Hey homegirl, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast, where together we learn how to navigate our healing journeys in a way that challenges us to destroy limits and break down walls that have been keeping us subject to our trauma. I am your host, your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden, and just like you, I am on this healing journey, navigating the ups and downs of this thing called life, while simultaneously allowing God to usher me right into the place where He wants me to be. So get comfy, grab your journal, and let's talk about all the ways we can heal, grow, and evolve together. Hey homegirls, welcome to the Girl Just Heal podcast. I'm your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden, and child, listen. So how are you doing? How are you healing? How are you feeling? Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know how y'all are doing. Check in. I want to know what's going on in your world, baby. How are you navigating life? How are you navigating your healing journey? Y'all know it is time to do our weekly check-in, and I love to check in with the homegirls just to make sure y'all are doing okay. And if you're not doing okay, I want to know that as well so that I can know how I can show up for you as you continue to navigate your healing journey and become the best version of yourself. So make sure you go ahead and check in. I'm super excited to know how you are doing and all of the good things. So we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. We're going to start off with some homegirl announcements. Yes. Y'all, go to girljustheal.com, order y'all prayer cards. Y'all have still been ordering these prayer cards. We are getting down to the nitty gritty of these prayer cards, our very first edition of Girl Just Heal prayer cards. And I am just so excited because y'all been eating these prayer cards up, baby. And y'all know that this was the first edition. So once they are gone, they are gone. If you haven't been able to order your prayer cards, go ahead and order your prayer cards. If you are doing any kind of event, so maybe you having some homegirl get-togethers with your little crew, baby, order a prayer card, a pack of prayer cards for each person in your crew, okay? These are a wonderful tool. If you are having any kind of vision board parties coming up, order these prayer cards. You can use these prayer cards on vision boards, just all of the things. You can use them as journal prompts. So many endless possibilities with these prayer cards. So make sure you secure your pack of prayer cards. Also, we have the Girl Just Heal Conference Journal. Now, this is the journal from Girl Just Heal Conference 2023 that unfortunately we did not get to have, but I do have a conference journal. Some homegirls have been eating up the conference journals as well. It is a very limited amount of those journals. I didn't have a lot when I put them on the website. So make sure that you go ahead and get your conference journal. It's on a first come, first serve basis. So if you want one, go ahead and get one. The next homegirl. And also, y'all, I'm tripping. Do the homegirl merch. Get the homegirl merch. Secure your shirts. Do all of the things. Y'all know, go to girljustheal.com, baby, and shop till you drop. Okay, shop everything, learn about Girl Just Heal, all of the good things. So the next homegirl announcement is the Girl Just Heal conference. I am so excited. We are about a month away. Like, we're a little over a month away. But oh my goodness, the excitement is real. Like, I cannot wait until this conference. We are about to have a straight up good time at this conference, baby. We ain't just got one day. We are doing 2 days of this conference. When I tell you I am excited, oh my God, I cannot explain the level of excitement that I have. All I'm going to say, go ahead, get your ticket if you haven't already gotten your ticket, and meet me in the room at Girl Just Heal Conference 2024. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the episode. That's it for the homegirl announcements. Now we are going to go ahead and read a review. We're going to shout out a homegirl. And let's see, we're going to go to YouTube with this one. So this review comes from Tia Branch 680. And she says, I stumbled upon this podcast a few weeks ago. I absolutely love your spirit and messages. Thank you for this. Thank you so much, Tia Branch 680, for that amazing review. I love it. I love when y'all find me. I love when y'all find Girl Just Heal. And I just love when y'all leave reviews. So thank you so much, homegirl, for that review. I truly appreciate it. And as always, let's continue to heal, grow, and evolve together. So now y'all already know what time it is, baby. It is time for the most favorite part of the episode. Get ready to sing the jingle. And let me just say this. I had a homegirl to comment and say I need to go ahead and drop the prayer card song. What y'all think? Leave me a comment in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think I should drop the prayer card song, okay? But without further ado, baby, it's time for what? It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. It is time for the prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. Prayer cards. Prayer cards. 8. It is time for the prayer cards. It's time to get our word in, baby. And we are getting down low. We got quite a few prayer cards left, but you know, the deck is getting kind of small, y'all. We have been moving through these prayer cards and I love it. These prayer cards have really been blessing me, homegirls. They really have. So our scripture for today, comes from Psalm chapter 119, verse 156. And it says, "Great are thy tender mercies, O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgments." My God. Let's go to another version. "Great are thy tender mercies, O Lord, quicken me according to thy judgments." And again, this was Psalm chapter 119, verse 156. We in the Amplified version, so we're going to stay in the Amplified version. And it says, "Great are your tender mercies and steadfast love, O Lord. Revive me and give me life according to your ordinances." Oh my God. Listen, we got to read that again. "Great are your tender mercies and steadfast love, O Lord. Revive me and give me life according to your ordinances." Give me life according to what you have for me. Oh my God, this is really hitting me. Give me what you have for me, God. Lord, I put it all in your hands. I want you to give me the life that I'm supposed to have through you. Not just give me the things that I want just because I want them and there's no plan in sight for them to glorify you or magnify you. No, it says, revive me. My God, revive me and give me life according to your ordinances. We're going to get into this. Because it aligns perfectly with what we're going to talk about today. But let's go to New Living Translation version in this same scripture. That's Psalm chapter 119, verse 156. And in New Living Translation version, it says, "Lord, how great is your mercy." My God. Whew. "Lord, how great is your mercy. Let me be revived by following your regulations." Oh my God. "Lord, how great is your mercy. Let me be revived by following your regulations." I want to follow your rules, God. Lord, I want what you have for me. I've been trying to do it my way for a long time and it ain't worked. Hello. I've been trying to do it my way for a long time and I keep on coming to the same door. I keep on being in the same position. But Lord, I want to do everything your way. Let me follow your regulations. I want to follow your rule book. I want to follow the plan that you have for my life. I don't want to do it on my own no more. It's stressful trying to do it on my own. It doesn't produce anything good for me when I try to do it on my own. Nothing lasts. Hello. Oh my God. It's no longevity attached to anything when I try to do it on my own. So God, I want to do it according to your regulations, according to your standards, according to your rule book. That's how I want to live this life. And that's segueing us right into what we're going to talk about. So for this episode, y'all, this is like an ouch moment for me. Like, have you ever had God to just check you? And when I say check you, baby, I mean God just like, he check you so hard, you have to look around like, Lord, like what's going on? You done checked me so hard, I don't know if I'm coming or going. A couple of weeks ago, my God, listen, y'all just got to listen to this. Put your ears on. This one right here this is a very, very, this episode, I just pray I can get through it. Let me just say that. But a couple weeks ago, I was in just a down mood. Let's just even backtrack. So I had experienced about over a month ago, I experienced something that just like this situation was just a situation that was so hard. It was very hard to deal with. I'm like, Lord, you sent me this storm. You taking me through this storm. Why are you doing this to me? Like all of the questions came. And that's what we do when we go through storms and we go through things that are hard and challenging and tough. We start asking God why. Like, Lord, I don't understand why this happened. I need to know. And for me, I be all in God's business. Like, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I be in God's business and I be like, Lord, I need to know why. Like, if you tell me the why, then maybe I can calm down and maybe I can move forward. But I just need to know why you sent me through this storm. And so as I was going through this storm, it came with a lot of emotions, a lot of just thoughts, a lot of trials and tribulations. Like, it just came with a lot of feelings and things like that. And so I was just talking to God one day, just praying, and I'm like, Lord, I don't understand. And listen to me. It's like, it was just a voice that said, Neimoya, for all of your life, a vast majority of your life, you have been idolizing this thing. And so I'm looking like what? I'm like, what? And for me, I've heard about idolization, idolatry, and all of that. Like, I've heard about that before, but it was never something that I ever thought I dealt with. It wasn't something that people, would come up to me and tell me like, idolatry is sitting on you heavy. You need to break that off of you. And so when God revealed this to me, it took me aback because I'm like, hold up, I ain't been idolizing this. Like, I'm having a real conversation with God, and I'm like, wait a second, I haven't been idolizing this. I don't think I've been idolizing this. And God is like, you've been idolizing this for a vast majority of your life. And I had to sit with myself, and I had to think back over my life, my God. And when I tell you, all I could say was, God, you are right. I just got so apologetic, so repentive. I'm like, Lord, you are right. But I never knew that I was idolizing this thing. Like, I never knew that that was something that I dealt with. And when God checks you, it don't always feel good. Like, that did not make me feel good. It made me actually feel very bad. Like I said, I went into a very apologetic state. I went into a very repentive state because I'm like, Lord, I'm sorry that I have been idolizing this. I didn't know I've been idolizing it. Like, nothing in my life ever told me, Neimoya, you're idolizing this certain thing. And because I didn't know that I was idolizing this certain thing, it hurt hard when it was revealed to me. And for me, I'm the type of person who, if something is going on with me, I like to be able to notice that, like, my ways are jacked up so I can fix it and I can go ahead and turn it around. I don't really like when people have to come to me and tell me, like, you need to be a little more patient. Your attitude, you need to change your attitude. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I don't like when people have to come to me. I want to get it straight on my own. And I feel like with God checking me and like revealing this to me and letting me know that I've been idolizing a certain thing, I feel like it was God reminding me that I am not in control. I always want to control everything. I always want to be in the driver's seat of everything. I want to be able to tell when I'm doing something wrong so that I can fix it, so that nobody else has to point out my flaws in me. Like, I want to see my own flaws. And God just revealing this to me was one of them things that was like, Neimoya, you need to sit back and give me control. Like, that's your problem. You are one to control the narrative in every single way. And God was telling me it don't work like that. And so I am just like, Lord, I'm very sorry. And I know a lot of us may have the spirit of idolatry on us, but we don't even know it, because it's not something that it's not something like you got a stain on your shirt so you able to tell, oh, it's a stain right there. That's not how it works with idolatry. And so I started like reading the Bible. I started trying to find little literature on idolatry because this is something new to me. I don't know how to navigate it. I don't know what to do. I get on YouTube. I'm looking for YouTube videos like, how do you know you idolizing something? How do you get out of idolizing something? And I had to immediately go into prayer and just ask God. First of all, I repented. I asked him to forgive me for idolizing this. But then I asked him to help me understand and fix my heart posture in a way to where I never idolize this thing nor anything else in my life again. And when I say idolize something, so whenever you have an idol, and this is just basic Google research I did, and being in the Bible, I did research it in the Bible as well. Whenever you have an idol, that is basically you just putting something above God. You are putting something first and like, Lord, I love you, God. You got a place in my life, but I'm finna put this above you. So, for example, if you have a spouse, like you are married and you putting your husband above God, like, no, it needs to be the other way around. God is the head, then your husband, then your children, then everybody else comes into play. This is how God set it up for the family to operate. And so for me, I was putting this thing above God, and God is like, for a long time, and just with how long I have been doing it, really just like, oh my goodness, that is something in of itself that I'm just like, wow, I've been doing this for so long and haven't even noticed that I've been doing it. And so I had to pray and to just ask God to help me switch that around to where he is first. God, how do I put you first and keep you first in this area and be okay with you being first? Be okay with, God, you are the head of my life, and have you there. Because I would say it and I really felt it in my heart. Like I'm not here saying that I was saying that and I didn't mean it. No, I really, in my heart, I'm like, God comes first. God is first. That is like, that's how I live my life. But God had to reveal to me that I was putting something else above him. And the Bible tells us that he's a jealous God. God don't like that. He don't like when you putting somebody else above him. Like, no, you give me all the glory and the praise. My favorite scripture is Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. It says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. I was putting all these things being added unto me before seeking first the kingdom of God. And I didn't even know I was doing it. I had no clue I was doing it until it was revealed to me that this is what I was doing. And so now that this has been revealed to me, it is now my responsibility to make sure that I get out of this state, to make sure that I do everything that I can to heal from this, because this is not something that is just like, oh, girl, you can change that and it's going to be okay. No, this is something now that I'm going on a healing journey from, because all of these times in my life that I have idolized this very thing, now I need to undo that. I need to go back and I need to make sure that I never do that again. But how will I never do that again? Because now I need to go back to all of the times when I was idolizing this, and I need to put a prayer on it. I need to ask God to guide me. I need to ask God to help change my heart. That's the thing. Change your heart, and you can have a great heart. Listen to me. It says nothing about your character. This ain't no messages talking about you just a bad person because you doing this. This is simply, sometimes we have idols in our life and we don't even know it. Sometimes we are idolizing things, and until somebody points it out or until God himself reveals it to you, you will never know you are idolizing this thing. And that's what happened to me. And so now I have to travel on this journey to get out of that. And I've been in it for so many years. So now it's like, I really got to stay in my word. I really have to get literature and different articles and stuff to read. I really have to listen to different videos and sermons and things like that so that I can make sure I come out of this. I don't want to stay in this. And not even just that, the thing that I was idolizing, I understood that like I have to come out of this in order to move forward with my life, because just because I was idolizing this thing don't mean that it's going to stop my heart from desiring this thing. Like, it just, oh my goodness, this is so deep. This is so deep. I promise y'all. And it's just like this journey in these last couple of weeks of me getting out of that space of idolatry, it has really been an interesting journey because I'm learning myself over again in ways that I didn't know myself. I'm learning different valuable tools and strategies and resources to use to fight this thing. And I'm also learning that if you have an idol, which an idol, you don't have to, it ain't got to be a gold statue. Okay. We read about that in the Bible where they was worshiping gold statues and stuff like that. Some people may still do that, that's their prerogative. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting in a conversation about that. But this is not, when I say idol, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people in your life. I'm talking about desires of your heart. And there was one thing that was, it was like a aha moment to me, is because I'm like, I have a desire of my heart that I've been idolizing for a majority of my life. And so now I have to understand that I can still have this desire of my heart, but I don't need to be idolizing this. And now I have to find that happy medium in between still having this as a desire of my heart, but making sure that I'm not putting this before God, making sure that I'm not telling God like, hey, God, I love you, but you got to come second to this. No, God is second to none in my life. And so now I'm learning how to be intentional about keeping him first, even though I thought I was. Like, I thought I was doing it right. And God just came to me and was like, nope, you're not doing it right. This is what you are doing. And when he revealed it to me, just the peace and the calmness that came over me, it wasn't like, I didn't really have a fight back with him. I did say, I ain't been idolizing this, but I didn't fight hard against this with God. It was almost a instant like, God, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry I've been doing this. And so we don't always know. And I encourage you that even if maybe you have an idol, or sometimes you don't know, you like me, and God needs to reveal it to you, just pray and ask God to reveal your idols to you. Because, baby, when I tell you, God ain't going to play with you. God ain't going to play with you when it comes to the big reveal. When you ask him to reveal it to you, and I would challenge each of you homegirls who's listening to this to pray and ask God to reveal any idols that you have in your heart, any signs of idolatry that you are living with. Ask him to reveal that to you, because you don't always know that it's there. You could think you're doing everything right. You going to church, you building your relationship with God, you've been fasting, you've been praying, and you could still be holding on to an idol, and you don't even know that you are idolizing this thing. So just pray and ask God to reveal that. But also get ready for the big reveal after you pray, because God ain't going to play. And that's straight bars, but God is not going to play. So after you pray and ask him to reveal this thing, reveal what you are idolizing, just be ready to do the self work. And that's the space that I'm in. I've been in that space for weeks. And honestly, I'm going to have to do some kind of, like, I don't know. I want to, once I come out of this space and I feel like, I've learned all the lessons that I needed to learn about idolatry, I do want to do some kind of teaching on this, because a lot of us just don't understand. When I tell you it's so deep, I mean it. It is very, very deep. So I'm going to have to try to figure out a way how to incorporate that into, I'm going to have to incorporate that into Girl Just Heal. Somehow, some way, we're gonna get that teaching on idolatry, because a lot of us may deal with that, and it may be keeping you stagnant in the area you don't even know about. Oh my God, y'all, I'm trying to end this episode, but it's so many pieces to this. It's so many pieces to this. You may be idolizing something in an area that you feel so confident about, and you like, Lord, I know I ain't idolizing this. Even with your assignment that you're doing. If God got you on an assignment, maybe you are idolizing that assignment, but you don't even know, because you like, I'm just showing up. I'm doing what God tells me to do. God reveals something in my spirit. I'm doing that. I'm showing up. But are you putting it before God? So just like examine your life. We gonna end this episode. examine your life and examine the things that you are doing. And if you are putting those things above God, if you are putting those things before God, just pray and ask God to reveal to you some ways to get out of that idolatry, to get that idolatry off of you. Okay. Cast your idols down. Like, Lord, I don't want them. I don't want it. Anything that's above you, God, I do not want it. And God gonna answer. God is going to listen to you. God hears you. God sees, God knows. And if you want to grow in God, if you want to grow as a person, if you want to evolve, if you want to heal, then it is so imperative and it is very important for you to make sure that you are asking God to reveal those idols that may be hidden in your heart and you don't even know that they are there. So that is it for this episode. Oh my goodness. I have so much more that I can say, so much more that I can get into. I should have actually did like a part 2 to this episode, but we'll wait for the teaching to come out with this episode. It's just so very much when it comes to idolatry. I would encourage you to go on YouTube, find some videos, go on Google, type some things in, get the YouVersion Bible app, go do some Bible plans on idolatry, do all of the things so that you can learn about it. And trust me, I want y'all to come back and check in, because when y'all find out this stuff and how you could so easily be idolizing something and not even know it, it's going to blow your mind. It is going to blow your mind. So that's it. Let's close out. Y'all know how we finna do. We're going to drop in, take a deep breath. And that is just us releasing all of the cares, the worries, the concerns of today, yesterday, last week, last month. We are releasing all of that off of us. And we are going to close out with the Girl Just Heal mantra. So the Girl Just Heal mantra is, I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. Yes, God. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. I accept myself for who I am. I free myself from all fear. And today, I choose to heal. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. I am your favorite homegirl, Neimoya Basden. And until we speak again, girl, just heal. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Girl Just Heal podcast. Be sure to connect with us on social media at Girl Just Heal. And if you need an extra dose of support during your healing journey, join our private Facebook community where we can continue to heal, grow, and evolve together.